Hi everyone, my name's Craig Haupt. Welcome back. Second episode. I'm coming to you from actually a B&B in Maine. This is a little panoramic view of my area. The reason I'm up here is because this has been pre-planned for a while. It just so happened that the first video was filmed, and then within a day or two I was packing to get ready to come here. I'll be working on the episode 2. You're going to see in the next frames the transition from this to my workstation, where I'll be continuing to work on parts of the book cover and some other parts of the book. When they'll be shown, in whether in episode 2 or 3, we'll figure that out. Okay, here we go. I've got my workstation set up, my portable drafting table that I bring along for these trips. It takes me about maybe 15-20 minutes to get everything put together, hooked up. Another 5 or 10 to get all the lights set up, the stereo system plugged in. And I'm technically ready to go. Hello there, how you doing? I'm at my little workstation here, setting up, working. And I will describe some things while I'm sitting here, and then I'll take some things over to the easel so you can see a little more close-up of what I'm working with. It is a little dim. I've got my lights on here. And so let's start. When I left off last, I was working with the front cover of the book. And again, I'll show you a little bit more close up. And one of the things was I was dealing with the 4 little boxes that I'm going to have some detail, little whimsical detail work involved in. Okay, so these are my 4 little doodles to try and work out what's going in those boxes. Decided on doing a sequence of with the album cover theme, the band playing, then going to the studio to create the album, going to the radio station to broadcast it for promotion, and the record store for buying their albums. From an artist design standpoint, what I have here won't work in a way. This is the house, but in order to do this as a full room, and this is a full room, then the stick figures have to be larger. With this, I've got too much negative space, and again, size differences. It just doesn't work out. So next is me taking it another step further. Okay, so here we are with the 4 boxes. This is the actual size that I'm working with. And the first one, you can see how I dealt with the negative space, was I actually took it outside for the little, dance hall thing and made it a stage. And the other 2 that were in a room, I created a basement room for this, a little trailer, basement studios type of thing. And down here, I moved this to the outside rather than being inside the music store. And with that kept everything, all the stick figures, all the buildings, all the vehicles and everything, to a proportionate size that related to each other. Okay, now that I've shown you that, I'm on to the next part. Let me put some of these things away. And what I'm working with now, that was the front cover. For the back cover, What I'm trying to do is that on the Journey to Ukazoo book, I had on the back cover had put in photographs of myself and parts, things that represented the journey. I still want to do that with the back cover of this. This is my rough sketch for the back of the book. The boxes for the photographs and the center for the label information. What happens here is that the front cover, the spline, and the back cover all get put together as one piece on the PDF for the PDF file for the transfer to the printer. So if the estimate for the spline is a little bit off, that pushes this a little bit to the right, or either way off center. And if it's too close to the edges of the book, it's noticeable. And in this case, I want to redesign it so that it's not too close. For the second attempt, I'm working full size now. This way I can start working out my dimensions, layout of how I want everything to work as one design. I've moved my boxes in from the sides, creating this little radius. I've added some other little designs that are similar to the front page, but I'm not really too fond of them. So I'm going to go back to the workstation and try again. Here's the next attempt. I've taken out the little circle and added a rectangle. I've added this little design up here. I've added color, and to put it bluntly, I don't like it. Adding this color gives me a face type of design, a silly type of face. And with the photography, black and white photography, I'm going to add later. None of it will match up with that. So I'm going to start again. I like this a lot better. I dropped out the circles. I dropped out the triangles. It taken away that silly clown face kind of look. I kept in this little motif. I like that, and I narrowed that down. I kept these two rectangles and decided to add the two here, which actually match up with the front cover. In the design, in the border work design going around the page, there are these rectangles there, of which I'm going to make those the same color as this, and that gives me my transition. Okay, that's it for this episode. Front cover, back cover, and next episode I might review both of those, maybe a touch, but for the most part I'm going to take you into some of the interior design work inside the book. And until then, if you could, I would appreciate it if you would, please subscribe to continue watching the creation of this book, this ArtStory book. I thank you. Again, my name's Craig Haup. I've got a couple little credits at the end that will roll. And I look forward to seeing everyone again next time. Bye.